Hello everyone. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the Savvy Italian Kitchen. My name is Vanessa and today we're going to be making stuffed peppers. So the way we do stuffed peppers in our house is we use these long peppers. Some people call them friars, some people call them cubanelles, I think it is. But this is just a pepper that we like to use, and we stuff them with fresh breadcrumbs. So I'm going to go over the ingredients. You will need about 12 peppers, and you'll want to cut off the tops, remove the seeds, and clean them, and just try to keep the tops together because after we stuff them, we like to, just put the top on there. I only have 9 peppers today because when I went shopping yesterday, that's all they had on the shelf, but the recipe is for 12 peppers. And just a heads up, the recipe is on our website, savvyitalian.com, and it's under side dishes. So if you wanted the full recipe, you can get it and print it out there. So those are the peppers. That's the first thing you'll need. You'll need about 5 to 6 cups of fresh breadcrumbs. So this is just Italian bread that I had. I ran it through the Cuisinart and I put it in the freezer. So what I like to do is anytime I have extra bread, whether it's Italian bread, leftover hamburger, hot dog rolls, whatever, I just put them in the freezer in a good Ziploc bag, and then when I'm ready to make stuffing for peppers, for stuffed mushrooms, stuffed cherry peppers, I use the same filling for all of those, and it's even good for breadcrumbs for meatballs. So this is about 5 or 6 cups, and then to that, the next thing we're going to do is saute half a cup of finely chopped onion, and about 6 cloves of minced garlic. So you want to heat up 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil in a frying pan, which I'm going to do right now. And we like to saute them beforehand. This way they're cooked when they're in the stuffing, and you don't have that bitter, raw taste. So we'll saute those together. We'll add in our usual suspects, a little salt, pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder. And then once that sautés and cools down a little bit, we're going to mix it with the breadcrumbs. Add about 3/4 to 1 cup of Pecorino Romano cheese. I just have some Locatelli cheese, and about 3 to 4 tablespoons of minced parsley. A half to 3/4 of a cup more of olive oil, just to get it moistened. And you'll see the consistency. It's supposed to be pretty wet. We'll put them in a baking tin that we're going to spray with cooking spray. Drizzle a little olive oil over the top, and they'll bake at 375 uncovered for 30 to 40 minutes. So let's get started with our sauteing. And as I said, this is the same recipe, the basic recipe that I used for my stuffed vinegar peppers at Christmas time. I use them for stuffed mushrooms, and then it's just the basic. You can certainly add in like sausage or whatever you like to add for stuffed mushrooms. So first we're going to put in the minced onion, and we're going to add a little seasoning to that. And as you guys know, I season, with every layer just a little bit. You don't have to. That's why when I say that I'm seasoning, I just say it's to taste, to your taste. So you put as much or as little as you like. With baking, it's a little bit different, but with cooking, you can kind of season it to your taste. I'm just going to put a little bit more in here. Okay. So for those of you just coming on, I'm making stuffed peppers. They're the long cubanelles, or we call them friars also. You can just get them in the supermarket. We clean them, cut the tops off, took the seeds out. I have about 5 to 6 cups of fresh breadcrumbs that I ran through the food processor. Now, if I'm doing this all in one day, I'll run the garlic and the onions through the food processor as well, but I did this the other day and I didn't want to drag out the food processor again, so I just minced them. That's fine. So I'm just going to add a little garlic powder, just a little sprinkle, not too much. And I have the heat on, now it's on medium. And of course, you always want to cook your onions up first and then just add the garlic in at the end because, you don't want the garlic to burn. It only takes about a minute or so to cook. And then again, this will cook a little bit further in the oven, of course, but we just want to get that raw taste out of here. So here we go. Now, we cook these all year round. They freeze beautifully. Once you cook them and you let them cool down, I like to package them in Ziploc bags. When I had my family living with me, I would put 6 or 8 in a bag, but now I either put them in packages of 2 or 4, and I just take them out. They're a great side dish for a barbecue, for any meat. They're perfect for a party. We've done a lot of parties with, you can smell the garlic, Susan, yeah, from Orlando, right? You're not too far. We've served them a lot for parties, like anytime we had the kids' communions or graduations. My mother, God love her, she would make them and freeze them ahead of time, and we put them on a beautiful platter. They really look nicely, really look nice, and they tasted good. Okay, so we have about a minute on the onions, and then I'm going to add in the garlic. And I think I'm just going to leave a little bit out. That was 6 cloves, but they looked like 6 pretty big cloves, so I don't want it to be overbearing. And then this will just take another minute or so. Okay, I'm just going to add a little more olive oil. So this is like 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil in the pan, and then you'll need an additional like half a cup. I just added a little bit at a time, and I kind of feel the mixture to just make sure it's soft enough. So they look pretty good. And now I'm just going to, now this is just a regular baking pan. You can use a Pyrex dish. Just spray it with some cooking spray, and that's it. It's very easy to do. Again, once you get the prep work out of the way, it's simple to put them together. Okay, so we have cooking spray in there, and now I'm just going to turn this down, let it cool for a minute or so, and then we'll put that in with the breadcrumb mixture, and you could see it was just till they got like a little bit translucent, so not too bad. Oh, it does smell good in here. Every time I smell garlic and olive oil, it reminds me of Christmas Eve, because almost all of the Christmas Eve dishes start with garlic and olive oil, so that just kind of brings me back. So here we go. We're doing our stuffed peppers with breadcrumbs. So I have 5 to 6 cups of breadcrumbs in here. I'm going to put in my onion and garlic that I sauteed in olive oil with a little seasoning, and we'll just get that out of the pan so it has a minute or 2 to cool before we start mixing it. So there we go. Okay, just put that aside, and we're just going to mix this in just like that. Okay. I usually have a really big bowl that I use, and I mix it with my hands. So once I'm sure that this is cool enough, I'll start mixing it by hand. So now we're going to add in about 3/4 of a cup of Pecorino Romano cheese. Okay, that was some Locatelli. Just mix that in there. And this is a real crowd pleaser. I don't know anybody who doesn't like this. And I've had so many friends who had it years ago, and they've just been making it ever since too. They just like it a lot. So now we're going to add a little more onion powder, just a little, just to zhuzh it up there a little bit. And we'll add some black pepper, and again, that's to taste. So I'm just going to go around, and I'll taste it before I stuff the peppers. Hi Kim, hi Sam, how are you? How you guys doing today? I can't believe it's already, oh, and shout out if my niece and nephew, Mark and Megan, are watching. Happy birthday to you guys. And to my dear friend Karen, I wish you a happy birthday also today. So they're celebrating their birthdays, and I just wanted to give a shout out to them. This happens to be, I know this is one of Mark and Megan's favorites. Okay, so I just added about a half a cup of olive oil, and I could already tell just by looking at it that we're probably going to have to add a little bit more. So that's just kind of to taste. You want it to be pretty moist. You don't want it to be sticky, but you want it to be able to stay together. So we're going to put a little bit more olive oil, and I'll measure that in the measuring cup, so I could just do a little bit at a time. Probably I'd start with another 1/4 of a cup, and this is just plain extra virgin olive oil. I usually just buy whatever's on sale and use that. So here we go. Just gonna mix this up again. Yeah, it might take more than that. It depends on, I guess it depends on the bread. Like if you use the softer bread, like hamburger or hot dog rolls, it absorbs more of the olive oil. Just talking to Jessica. Oh, Sam, yeah, she's talking about, so as some of you might know, my daughter's birthday's on Christmas Eve, and we always did the traditional fish dinner, and then we had like people in and out of the house all night. So Jessica and Bob are getting married in October, and they bought a house. So yes, Jessica and Bob will be hosting Christmas Eve this year, and I will be her little sous chef for Christmas Eve. So we look forward to seeing you and your family, Sam. I can't wait. Okay, that was about another 1/4 of a cup. I'm going to add another 1/4. You just need to kind of feel it and make sure that it's moist enough. And then at the end, we'll add in the parsley. And then the oven's preheating at 375, and they'll go in uncovered for about 30 or 40 minutes. So let me put the parsley in, and then I'm going to be ready to just go in with my hands. So this is about 3 to 4 tablespoons of minced parsley. So I'll start with this, and then I'll add more if I think it needs it. If you don't have fresh parsley, you can certainly use dried. Just use a little bit less because when you use the dried spices, obviously they're a little more potent. So that looks pretty good to me. And you could just see in my hands that it's moist, but it's not, it's not sticking or clumping together. So let me just give myself a rinse, and then we're gonna stuff them, put them in the pan, and we'll cook them, and then I'll come back on later and show you a picture. And again, the recipe's on the website, savvyitalian.com, if you wanted to look up the recipe and print it out. And there's a picture there. So here we go. So I just stuffed by hand, so I just wanna make sure you guys can see all that. And these are our Italian stuffed peppers. So just kind of stick your finger down there. You wanna get as much stuffing in as you can. And then when you cut them, try to keep the tops together so they match, because then we like to just, put them together like this. You don't have to put a toothpick or anything in there. They just kind of stay together, and they cook down pretty well. So again, it takes about 35 or 40 minutes at 375 uncovered, and they are delicious. So we're probably gonna have a couple of these tonight, and then I have some friends coming into town next week, so I'll save some and I'll have them in the freezer for their visit. So they'll enjoy that. Okay, so let me just go ahead here. So what else are you guys doing? Yeah, I can't wait to see you either. Hi, June. How are you doing? What are you guys having for dinner tonight? I think we're just going to have our peppers and we're going to grill something, probably burgers or just something easy tonight. Now, again, this recipe is for 6 pretty good sized peppers. I was only able to get 9 last night, and I didn't want to run back out. So what I'll do is, anything that's left, just put it in the freezer, and then if I'm making meatballs, I just, take the extra and put that in, or you can use them for your stuffed mushrooms or whatever. I've also used this for braciole, so you can do some braciole. That's the beef that you pound out, you put the breadcrumbs in it, and other stuff. Some people put pinoli nuts in. I don't think that recipe's on the website yet, but if you look on the feed, it's there. I did a recipe for braciole not too long ago. But I will be sure to start doing one live so you guys can see it. Now, we did lose a couple of the tops on these peppers, so I'll have about 2 of them that don't have tops, but that's okay. And they make a beautiful presentation. If you arrange them on a nice round platter and have them coming out like the points on on the inside, it almost looks like a sunburst. It really looks pretty, and then you can put like a pretty bunch of parsley or something in the middle. So there we go. Okay, I'm just going to put one more in here, drizzle a little olive oil, and then they should be good to go. Okay, and then we'll come back on. So let me just give my hands a quick rinse. And so for those of you who haven't watched in the last couple of days, next week we're going to be cooking every night. So by Saturday, I would say, I'll have the menu for the week, the grocery list, and the recipes. And every night I'm going to come on around 6. I think I'm going to have to just commit to 6 so everybody's on at the same time. And we're going to cook together. So we'll do that Monday through Friday next week. And then I think later in July, probably towards the last week in July, we're going to do Christmas in July. And I'll be making Christmas cookies, a different Christmas cookie every night or day. Or I might do a couple on the weekend. So I thought that would be something fun, because this way the recipes will be up there and ready long before the holiday season. Because I know myself, I start thinking about it and looking for recipes by the end of the summer for Christmas and fall. So here you go. I have 9 ready to go into the oven. I'm going to bake them, and then I will either come back on live later, or I'll show you a picture. If you wanted to get a jump start, again, the recipe's on the website, and there's also a picture of the finished peppers in there. So I'm going to go ahead and put them in the oven and light the grill, and I thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you again, if not over the weekend, Monday night at 6. But look for those recipes if you want to, the recipes in the menu, if you wanted to join us next week. It should be fun. So you guys have a good evening, and I'll talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye, guys.